Yeah. Hop in the motherfucking booth, chat 10.
That's why I cruise and get out. Whoa, whoa, I cruise and get
Hey, what
out.
up? Fuck with me though.
I see the cruiser cruising by.
See how?
I'm just high on cloud nine. Cruise and get out. Whoa, whoa, I cruise and get out.
I apologize. I got a little bit of an attitude this morning. Yeah, I'm smoking again. And now I'm pissed off at these internet weenies, man. It's like dudes, they see a movie and start posting dumb shit that they have no clue about. Like there's this meme or a series of memes that's been going around for the last, I say, maybe year or two. And it has, who would you pick in a street fight if you were getting jumped by like 5 to 10 dudes? And it's got a meme, and it's got Bruce Lee, and it's got a bunch of action stars, and it's got some actual legit martial artists. Namely, people who keep popping up: Michael Jai White, Mike Tyson, and MMA fighters, most notably Conor McGregor. And I actually got into a debate because there's so many people who kept picking Bruce Lee, and I'm like, so you gonna take a 140-pound actor over 200-pound prize fighters and actual world champions? It was like, oh, but Bruce would have did this, and it's like, those are fucking movies. I am one of the biggest Bruce Lee fans in the world. I'm actually a follower of his philosophy. I haven't seen the movies. I've just seen the movies. I've read his books, Tao of Jeet Kune Do. I've studied Jeet Kune Do. I actually know what the man was actually trying to get done and communicate. And his message and philosophy wasn't, I'll beat everybody's ass. His message and philosophy was like, whatever you think you know, there's somebody out there that knows some shit to counter it. His whole philosophy was the opposite of I can beat everybody's ass. His goal was to learn everything to try to, be as close to perfectly rounded as possible. He knows that in reality, there is no one person that's going to beat everybody's ass. Those are movies. If you ever seen anybody get jumped by 5 or 10 dudes, you'll know that guy number 5 and guy number 10 isn't standing in place waiting to get kicked in the fucking face. That's not how fights go. It's just not. I've had people insult my intelligence, say I didn't know what the hell I was talking about. Oh, Bruce Lee started this shit. And they don't even know what it was. It wasn't that Bruce Lee learned all of the Eastern martial arts so well and then just traveled to the West because he was the best. He learned Eastern martial arts and was very respected and traveled to the West and was like, damn, well, if I'm trying all this shit and if a wrestler grabs me and takes me down, that shit's not gonna work. If I just try this traditional animal-based Eastern martial arts and a dude with them things, a boxer, put them hands on me, I'm gonna go to sleep. So he started to study other philosophies and kind of mix and combine them, and that's actually what kind of caused the static, was that people felt that he was disrespecting the traditional martial arts by putting it up against stuff from the West and other stuff and saying, hey, it's like, I know y'all got all that mysticism, but in real life, you might get fucked up with that shit. Real talk. There's actually a man in China who was one of the few Chinese MMA artists, and he had his citizenship class lowered. I mean, the Chinese government gave him hell because he issued a challenge to the Tai Chi and the other Kung Fu masters because they tried to say that, their styles were actually valid in combat. And he was like, I respect your tradition and everything, but real talk, if you try that shit in a real fight, you'll get fucked up. So they met his challenge, and dude put them MMA things on him and was beating the fuck out of dude. And they fucking took his apartment, they lost his job, everything. So then, to try to save face, they had him fight another dude, a bigger, badder, younger Kung Fu guy. Beat the shit out that dude too. Sometimes you just gotta realize, man, that old bullshit don't work. When you ever seen somebody in the street fight do a backflip and jump over a fucking house? You haven't. I bet you seen motherfuckers get yoked up and get punched in their shit though. So we're gonna get technical. We're gonna look at the tail of the tape here. We're gonna bust it on down. Bruce Lee. I googled. They said they listed him at and he's walking around. People say he was 5 feet 7 inches tall, 140 pounds. I'm gonna give him 5'8", 150. He's studied Wing Chun Kung Fu, but then to develop Jeet Kune Do, he started studying Western boxing, fencing, catch wrestling. Yeah, you need to learn about catch wrestling, all that stuff. So this is basically an admission of him that the things that you think would make him invincible aren't so. So now I looked up one of the people that they have in the memes, Michael Jai White, 6'1", 215. He's got black belts in Kyokushin Karate, Shotokan. He studied Goju-Ryu, Wushu, and Shotokan. So he studied traditional Chinese and Japanese martial arts. Also studied Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. With that size and that training, a 140-pound man is not going to knock this dude out with a flick kick. And then Michael Jai White's very likely to grab him and start grappling. And then Bruce Lee's ass out. Now, Mike Tyson. Baddest man on the planet. That says enough right there. This dude called himself the baddest man on the planet. And everybody was like, yeah, he's right. Yeah, that's about correct. The baddest man on the planet. This man was knocking out previously undefeated, big greasy ass niggas in the 1980s who was world champions. Michael Spinks had lost a fight before he fought Mike Tyson, and Michael Spinks never fought again after that shit. He didn't throw the fight, he shit his pants. Trevor Berbick knocked him the fuck out. Riddick Bowe, big Jamaican motherfucker with big greasy ass blunt smoking lips, knocked him the fuck out. What you think this 140-pound man's gonna do against 218 prime Mike Tyson, who might bite your goddamn ear off? And then shit, Conor McGregor, the Notorious, he's even closer to his size. We're gonna say Conor's 5'10". He's fought at 155 and 170, as low as 145. I tell you what, we'll put it in the middle. We'll put Conor at 160. Since he's fought at those 3 different weight classes, we'll split the difference. We'll put 160-pound Conor McGregor. He's taking punches from Jose Aldo, from Khabib Nurmagomedov. Yeah, you try to say and spell that shit. Fuck you. You know who I'm talking about. But he's actually fought some of the baddest men, walking in MMA. These flick kicks that Bruce throws in these movies and these flick jabs and punches, these are not knockout blows. I've actually been in movie scripted fights. This shit is scripted. Like Eddie Murphy said, if you put me in a movie and I'm the star, I'll beat your ass. Of course he's gonna fucking knock people out. Bruce himself even said it. So in an actual no holds barred, no rules, back alley fight, no, I don't want no 5'7", 140-pound actor having my back. I want the baddest man on the planet. And if I can really get anybody, I'm gonna get Kevin the Monster Randleman. But that's another story, kids.
Yeah. Hop in the motherfucking booth, chat 10.
That's why I cruise and get out. Whoa, I cruise and get
Hey, what
out.
up? Fuck with me though.
I see the cruiser cruising by.
See how?
I'm just high